But first, Action News discovered how a gang member's gun involved in a shooting across the country is connected to the Detroit Police Department.
We reported that the suspect was killed by an officer in Oklahoma. Action News reporter Anu Prakash is working on tracing the origins of that gun, and she's here now to tell us what she has found. Anu?
Well, Joanne, we are working to track down how that gun, once the property of the Detroit Police Department, ended up in the hands of a Tulsa, Oklahoma gang member. Here's what we know right now. On Sunday, Tulsa police say gang member Lakeith Rowland was pulled over for a traffic stop. Within less than 2 minutes, investigators say Rowland pulled out a gun and pointed it at his own head before turning it on the officer, who then shot and killed Rowland. Detectives in Tulsa were stunned to find the gun Rowland had was stamped property of DPD. Detroit police tell us that the Glock firearm was previously assigned to the Detroit Police Department. DPD says it was not stolen, but actually turned over to the Smith & Wesson Company in October of last year, when the Detroit Police Department transitioned from Glock firearms to Smith & Wesson firearms. Action News does have emails and phone calls into Smith & Wesson to try and find out, was that Glock stolen from them or was it resold, and to who?
It is disheartening that a weapon that was formerly used by a police officer ended up in the hands of an individual who was going to kill a cop.
Now, according to investigators, it is not unusual for Smith & Wesson to get guns the way it did from the Detroit Police Department and then turn around and sell them to a wholesaler. But if that is the case, how did this particular Glock end up in the hands of Lakeith Rowland? Tulsa police are also reaching out to Smith & Wesson and say they hope to have an answer later today. Of course, we will be following it for you. Live in the newsroom, Anu Prakash, Channel 7 Action News.
Anu, is it unusual at all that the property of DPD stamp was never removed from that firearm once it was turned over to Smith & Wesson?
We did check into that, and Detroit police tell us that the DPD stamp and the serial number on firearms were not removed because the law to deface a firearm.
Interesting. So once it's there, it's there. Anu Prakash reporting from the newsroom. Thank you very much.